Lusty's arrived at the naval training area as she enters a new phase. The crew now face an intense 2 weeks to prove they're ready for anything. Coming on board are the men who will decide, the Flag Officers Sea Training Team, or FOST, sent by the Admiral. Until the ship's company are primed for war, they're not allowed to leave UK waters.
When the inspection is over, we will report to the Commander-in-Chief that his ship, Illustrious, is ready to proceed with her programme.
Race on the bridge!
Everyone's got a role in defending the ship when it comes under attack.
Tretters at starboard 90, OK? That means it's exactly on our beam.
Jason gets off gas duty to join the firefighting team.
Sort yourself out. No, up, up. Now you can let it clear just before you step away.
The FOST team make it all as realistic as possible.
We physically switch off the engines, we stop the steering, we fill compartments with smoke. If the enemy doesn't tell you what he's going to do to you.
Millie's learning how to coordinate a damage control team.
Basically what we're doing, setting up here, because we can't get through yet because of the fire, setting up everything to go and deal with the flood as close as we can to that compartment.
And Rachel swaps looking after officers to caring for casualties.
Can you tell us your name? Please.
The pressure's relentless.
Fire! Fire! Fire in 602!
The men from FOST demand the highest standards.
Not at all happy, big fireball, going to chase you guys out.
Right, do you want to handle that?
No, I'm alright, I've got it.
And Lusty's crew have got to work hard to win the battle to allow this deployment to go ahead.
You've got to get it right. If you get it wrong, people get killed. You know, none of us want to have to write to someone's widow saying, sorry, we didn't train them properly.
But Ollie's having a bit of a mare. He's just broken his gun.
You've got the two big supports that come over and you get stuck in and it's just snapped clean off. It's not my fault, it's the wind. The wind blew it off. Seriously, Sally, there's my dad in there.
He's bust £125,000 worth of naval property. But luckily, he's got a shoulder to cry on.
Snapped it, cleaning off. The shoulder harness.
It's got to be a big 126 for you then, boy, isn't it?
Yeah.
For those that don't know, 126 means that he has to pay for it, so he'd be pretty gutted if he had to pay for a gun because it would cost him a fortune.
Today, the aircraft carrier goes to war. And Lusty's crew are prepared and raring to go.
Sleep well?
No, rubbish.
Well, sort of. A crack team of warfare experts are going to judge them on how they cope with the sea battle. If they impress, they'll deploy to the Indian Ocean. If they don't, they won't leave UK waters. The Flag Officer Sea Training Team, or FOST, arrive from Portsmouth.
If they don't pass, they have to stay here and be trained for life.
And Captain Chick prepares his troops.
It is important because clearly that is the final hurdle to allow us then to go south and get on with our programme.
Thursday War's been scripted by FOST, and they'll be coordinating other ships and aircraft to attack Illustrious.
Welcome to the Thursday War Brief. This is Ginger, the bad people surrounding the small country of Brownia. Peace talks have broken down and their naval and air forces have assumed a higher state of readiness.
So, the battle plans are drawn up.
Let's draw on what we've learnt this week and let's give it a damn good go.
The operations room is where they get the first inkling of any attack. It's also where Ollie's dad, Kevin, gathers intelligence.
This is the hub, the nerve centre, and this is where we'll fight the war from. The buzz I get out of it really is just being the known and being part of a team that sort of like works well.
Sid Little's part of the ops room team too. He's getting kitted up in his fireproof suit.
If there's any fires or flashes or anything, if we get hit by anything, we have anti-flash gear on, which protects us from flames and bits and pieces flying around. Then we go quite quickly when you're busy. Hopefully we'll get a good assessment at the end.
The only ones not wearing anti-flash gear are the examiners. They'll be scrutinising every action, every decision and every outcome of today's battle.
Training is very real, very realistic for those undertaking it. I mean, I know what's going to happen from minute to minute, but they do not know.
Up on deck, Ollie's broken gun's now fixed.
It was just old and the metal had just frayed. Called up another ship in the area and got a replacement part of them. They didn't have to charge me for it.
In a war zone, Illustrious sails with other ships, and today HMS Edinburgh and HMS Gloucester are part of her fleet.
First aircraft 066, 6 miles, second aircraft now 034, 14 miles, both aircraft.
In the ops room, Lusty's radars have picked up a fighter bomber attack, or FBA.
Red continues to close now inbound at starboard beam at 25 miles.
It's Ollie's big chance to prove himself on his 20mm gun. From the bridge, the plane's been spotted too.
Left to right? Inbound, 1 mile. Brace!
The ship's company brace for a direct hit.
Brace, brace, brace!
Low, heading west. No threat going for the group ahead of us.
Stand to.
Back in the ops room, Sid's leadership skills are being observed.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I've got a problem. Up here, ASW Alpha. He's fine, he's on ASW Alpha. Mom's on ASW Alpha.
Lots of people trying to talk to you all at once, and you've got to try and work out who's more important. Maybe sometimes your boss isn't the most important one who's talking, which is sometimes difficult to get across.
But between attacks, there's some respite.
We don't believe the next air raid is due on top for about another 25 minutes. So to keep the guys going and keep everyone interested, we've been given some action snacks. So we get some nice chocolate bars and a bit of a drink. It does actually make people lift. You can imagine after 5, 6, 7 hours of no food after breakfast, you're going to start dipping a little bit. Also a bit of a morale booster, keeps everyone happy, and you do look forward to it. Action snacks, excuse me.
And nothing gets past the examiners from FOST.
And then, yeah, exactly. You can go, oh, right, I need all my maximum uses on that one.
Yep.
And that's the way to do it.
Even though Lust is at war, the crew still needs to be fed, and that's down to chefs like Shiner.
All right, Shiner, go open up the short door on the generator counter.
On the dispersal, so I'll be taking food at people that can't come down here to get scrubbed. Smack it in.
He's off on a mercy mission for those who can't leave their action stations.
Yes, sir.
Oh, guess where we're going.
For those who can, they have to make it quick.
Tables are for horses, not glasses! No, they're not. No, glasses, not horses, sorry.
The Navy calls this action messing, a meal for the entire crew, cooked, served and cleared up in less than 90 minutes. Shiner's twin Rachel's a happy customer.
We have to eat as quick as possible so we can go back to our action stations. It's good considering the chefs had like an hour to make it all, so good.
Let's rub it down the bottom, then more eat in now! Happy, you're in. Looking good.
Last time we did this, though, we had an air threat warning halfway through, so half the guys didn't get fed. So quite lucky to be going first today.
An FBA attack now coming from the starboard side.
Lusty's again under attack.
Starboard lookout, two, inbound Illustrious!
Brace in the ops room. Aircraft overhead. Bang!
The ship's taken a hit. Now they have to find out where the damage is.
Star 2, carry out blanket search.
Flood in 8 Lima!
The flood's in the stores room where Millie's on damage control.
Take this message up, then we have done initial leak stopping on both splits. Okay, on one split now we have first stage leak stopping. Yep.
About 150 millimetres low.
Happy with that?
Laid foam.
They've got to show they're capable of stopping the ship from sinking. It's time to make life more difficult for Lusty.
The rudders are not functioning, so we can't steer ourselves in the water.
Pull ships in 2 different directions to see how they react by giving them conflicting requirements.
Fost is now throwing everything at them. On top of dealing with a sinking ship with no steering, they've also got casualties.
Head injury and burns to his hands.
They've turned the officers' dining room into a first aid post.
We've got a wet blanket here, so if we take another hit, we'll cover you up with that.
Directive visual, hold our one small fast moving contact. Continually close.
The crew have been pushed to their limit.
Brace the action!
Brace!
And the FOSS team have made their decision. By the end of the day, Millie's team think they've done well.
You all did a cracking job down there today, right? You all turned up with the right gear, the right attitude, and if there was an incident down there, we would have won it quite easily.
Time for the verdict. The crew's feeling nervous. Deployment could be minutes away. And it's the moment they've been working for.
The morning's performance, I felt, was flat and uninspiring. There is absolutely no point in having a whole pile of trained chimpanzees passing information around without doing a little bit to add value. Please add value.
Not good enough, ladies and gentlemen.
Illustrious has failed. They've lost the war, and it's a huge blow.
Yeah, it's not nice because everyone works really hard and then kind of gets shot down a bit.
But Executive Officer Tim Johnston's an eternal optimist.
Well, what a great day. Early start into a training war, into Portland tomorrow. Portland's about maintenance. Maintenance for kit, maintenance for people. Night leave will be granted. Get some good sleep, get some rest, and next week we can hit the ground running.
The results, perhaps weren't as good as one would like. What it did do was identify inexperience and some shortfalls that we have to address and tackle the same examination next week.
The ship's company's getting 48 hours alongside in Portland, but the gruelling schedule's taken its toll.
You get to the point where you're so tired and your body physically hurts all over and all you want to do is sleep.
Like 20-hour days and you're just shattered, aren't you? Because your body can only do so much and you're knackered, you're only getting 5 hours kip a night.
But there's no rest for Jason, because he's got to sort out the rubbish for ditching a pool.
He's found a vibrator. We've had some dirty underwear come through, which is always nice when it's early in the morning.
Never see any men's dirty underwear.
Oh, look at this.
Some new shoes.
New shoes.
After 3 weeks at sea, Lusty gets scrubbed up, and Jason finally gets to put out the rubbish.
Yes, I love ditching rubbish. Highlight of life. Right, lads, another 10 skips, you're nearly done.
You get to appreciate when you've been on board for quite a long time that, when you're working so hard, when we do get into a place, it is time for having a good time.
But one person is staying sober tonight, because someone's got to mind the ship and make sure no one goes too wild, and that's Lieutenant Chris O'Reilly.
So they're going to go ashore and do a bit of socialising, and it's our role here, really, to get them ashore safely and get them back safely.
For Kevin Ollie, shore leave is a chance for a family reunion. But going for dinner with his mum and sister isn't Ollie's idea of a great night out.
I'm not coming with you lot. I'm going with all the lads.
Yeah. You're not coming out for dinner?
Nah.
Jason's out of his dustman's jacket.
Stuff out for a quick drink, just a few social ones and a nice meal. That's it.
Because we've been working so hard, it's just been like, and we just a chance to go out and drink something other than Foster's. No touching rule doesn't apply, so it's just yay. Bit of dancing, a bit of insubordination.
Yes, this is Rachel in civvies.
It's weird when you go out a shot in the pub and you know like 3/4 of people in there. They buy you drinks, you buy them drinks. It's a laugh, really.
I can't tell you how many pints I've had because I can't really remember. 11, I'm not too sure, 12.
For the officer of the day, it's a long night.
If they're really wobbly, then my concern is safety, because coming up that gangway, they're crossing over water. Usually that's enough when they see my smiling face at the top of the gangway. They pull themselves up and they start suddenly trying to walk in a straight line.
How are you? Okay, no tricks.
They're good boys and girls.
Right, young man. Who are you then? You don't have a name? Can you tell me your name?
HMS.
Say again?
HMS.
Sure of it. It's okay, a little bit closer. Walking at the moment. Looks
If I'm concerned, I'll put them to one side and say, just hang on there a minute while I deal with something I've made up. I'm giving away all my secrets here. You know, and then I'll sort of have a look at them again in a couple of minutes. I've been watching them out the corner of my eye throughout this time anyway. And if I think they're good to go, then, you know, I'll get somebody to make sure they get back to their mess on time and fine. We're not going to get too upset about the fact that they've had, you know, a few drinks. It's only when they cause a bit of mischief, that sort of thing. Take them down the mess and we'll put them to one side. Part of it's medical to make sure that nothing drastic happens. So the service police will interview them, and provided there's been no other incidents related to that, they'll probably get a few words of caution to say, look, you know, come on, think about it next time, don't have quite so much to drink, and move on from there.
One of the last crew members to make it back is an inebriated Ollie.
It's been a good night. I'm looking forward to tomorrow night as well. Should be even better tomorrow night because we start even earlier.
But deep in the bowels of the ship, a new problem's brewing, which sees tomorrow's shore leave cancelled.
He'd been at sea for a bit, so yeah, he was looking forward to have a couple of drinks, and I think he overdid it.
I don't
No comment. No comment. You want to see the scar as well? Look, this is his good scar as well. You got one. That's where he fell on the curb.
That's why I tried to kiss someone.
Hangover food's the order of the day. Because everyone needs to do their bit to get Lusty shipshape and back out to sea. On the quarterdeck, duties for the day are dished out.
But what you stand at is... Morning. Who's got hangover then? Yeah. I have. Right, this morning and today I want a full day's work out of you, okay? Yes, I do want a full day's work out of you. Right, there's plenty to do. Keep it down. Pass ship. Ho! Turning for dismiss.
But down on 9 deck, the marine engineers have discovered another major headache. Helen Ashworth is giving Tim Johnston the lowdown on the latest crisis to hit Lusty.
Port shaft, this is what we've got. You can see an area that I've already marked out where something has marked the shaft.
Each engine is connected to a 70-metre shaft on both port and starboard. The shafts spin huge propellers, powering Lusty through the water. It looks like the port shaft has dropped and is rubbing on a bracket.
Any defect at all on the shaft line could be critical. My recommendation to the captain at the moment is we do not sail until we've had chance to do an investigation. First of all, I feel absolutely gutted that another defect has come along. Now, on the other hand, I think we're very lucky to have found it, because if that bracket hadn't been underneath the shaft, I wouldn't have seen the scoring, and therefore I could have had a catastrophic failure of the bearings, and ultimately this whole area we're standing in could be underwater right now.
Helen sends a naval diver down to check the propeller to see if that's causing the problem. Before long, the whole ship's buzzing with rumours.
I heard is that we're being towed back to Portsmouth because both the engines are completely gone.
Even HMS Ark Royal's name is being mentioned.
We're going to have to go back to Portsmouth into the dry dock for 2.5 months. And the Ark's going instead of us, it's taking our place.
And the second rumour was nothing's wrong with the engines, we're going to Malta.
I've heard they're getting a trailer down, they're going to put us on a trailer and drive us to Rosyth, and we're staying in sea watches. That's what I've heard, mate, Jen. You heard it here first.
Lots of rumours have reached me. Sadly, many of them are started by my own people, because that's what they do for fun. Anything at all happens, and the first thing you'll normally hear is that we're going to dry dock in South Africa, or we're going to an exercise in America. They will come out with stories and see how many people believe it.
The divers find nothing wrong with the propellers, so Captain Chick's advised to put Lusty back out to sea.
We'll give the shaft a bit of a turn before we move off the berth.
Awesome.
Okay. So if we turn them, and then we'll come to stop, and then if you let me know or get a positive report back from the spaces that there's not an issue, then we'll pull ourselves off the berth and go.
The engines are started, and at low revs, the dodgy shaft is looking good.
Slow ahead, port.
So, as the sun sets, Lusty sails out of Portland.
Once we get rid of that tug, we'll just give ourselves a kick and then go for the cap. Yes.
Steer 031.
Helen monitors how the shaft's doing from the control room.
Twin engine drive, both telegraphs half ahead, revolutions 5-4.
The captain increases speed as Lusty hits open water.
On a break, mate. Stop. Port shaft. Port shaft stationary.
Unfortunately, what we observed was some very loud screeching noises and some knocking noises. All right, senior watchkeeper on the bridge, make comms with down here, be my link with the captain. We then called what's called a machinery breakdown, and that is a way of letting the bridge know that we have got a significant issue with the machinery down below.
The captain decides to drop anchor and get more expert advice, leaving Lusty once more at a standstill.